Hey, Crush It audience, I wanted to say hello to you all, and I wanted to introduce you to Mr. Jason Posnick. This is someone that you may know of, okay? He's someone that's been doing videos for a long time. He was running another company, building another company, and he joined us. I think this is week 4.
This is end of week 4, yep.
End of week 4 right now. And he's already made a big impact here at our company, and this is only the beginning. But this is someone that I wanted you all to meet because he's going to start putting out Crush It in Real Estate videos as well. He's good on camera. He can talk on camera, quick-witted, etc. And I mean, let's face it, I think you learned that from watching my videos.
You make me admit this one more time, but it's true. It's funny because I was watching your stuff years ago, and I never actually said to you, I'm watching your stuff, but I remember one video I did, and you commented on it. You don't remember this probably, like a year and a half, 2 years ago. And you sent me a message, said, great video, wonder where you got the idea. And it was, yeah, so.
Yeah, well, listen, I'm a wise guy sometimes, as many of the audience members know. But listen, I'm very grateful that a lot of people watch my videos. And I've been at this is my 20th year. And, you know, I know a thing or two. I know what I know, and I know what I know, and I know what I don't know. But I will be honest, I had seen some of your videos. As you know, you just mentioned that I commented, and I was being a wise guy. But I've been impressed with what you were doing over there. And truthfully, folks, I was trying to, I made an attempt to try to recruit him over to our company about 4 years ago. And at the time, he was opposed to it. We really didn't even have much of a conversation. But we ended up reconnecting a couple of months ago, and we were able to make it work. And now he's going to take a lot of the sales skills that he has and apply them not only here at our company, but also to our Crush It in Real Estate audience across North America. And I want to talk about that because one of the things I said to you, and folks, just to give a little behind the scenes, our first conversation a couple months ago wasn't exactly, hey, pal, hey, good to hear from you. Hey, it was a little tense, right? 2 intense guys. But one of the things that I said to him is I said, I know you'd never been anywhere else before you were there. And a part of me was like, okay, so I can let some of the competitive frustrations go knowing that. But a part of me was also impressed because I said, this guy's only been in the business 7 years. You were running around signing up listings, training agents, growing the company up. And you know what it reminds me of? My story 15, 18 years ago, 12 years ago. I remember running around. I mean, I stopped going on listing appointments 13 years ago, 2011. But I remember those days of having to do both and training agents and growing people up in the business. And, you know, you did all that. And you did it in a pretty brief period of time. And I'm impressed by it. So why don't you share where some of the sales background came from, where you come from? Your turn to talk.
No, definitely. I think very similar. And I think I'm a firm believer that sales is energy, right? Sales is, it's human. It's how you connect with humans. It's how you make people feel. And people like you, people like me, when you can convey a level of energy and confidence and make people feel good, but not like that fake feel good, right? You're being genuine. It's just who you are. That is the simplest way to start selling. And so I actually fell into sales. I went to the Citadel Military College. I was on, working, training with the Marine Corps, and I had some medical issues. We're not gonna get into it, but I ended up not being able to fulfill my service duties. And so I got out of the Citadel, I graduated still, and I was like, what am I gonna do? I loved health and fitness, and I found a gym that I could start selling gym memberships at. And so believe it or not.
And where was that, New Hampshire?
Best Fitness in Nashua, New Hampshire.
Okay.
Still close with the owner today, Dave DeSantos, awesome guy. And he taught me how to sell. I'd never sold anything before, never thought I'd be in sales. My family are doctors, they're dermatologists, and my mother is a school teacher. Like, we're a family of educated people. What is this kid going to do in selling gym memberships? So anyway, my accountant makes fun of me to this day for it. But I went, sold gym memberships. My first year, earned #1 salesperson in the country. And what I learned doing that was, how to close, how to tee it up. But what I really learned was that, I believed in the gym. I believed that by getting healthier, people would live better lives and be happier. Yeah. And when I was selling gym memberships, I wasn't selling a gym membership. I was selling a better life, a happier life, a healthier life. Correct. And with real estate, you're not selling houses, right? When you work with buyers, what are you selling?
You're selling a lifestyle. You're selling a future.
Yes, you're facilitating life change, is what I always say. Yes, a habitat, right? And why does anybody buy a house? Who buys a house to make life worse?
Nobody.
Everyone buys a home to make life better. Your job is to find out how it improves their life. So anyway, not getting off topic too much, that taught me that sales wasn't always bad. It didn't have to be salesy and slimy and sneaky, that if you were superhuman and believed in what you were doing, sales was just helping people, solving problems, bring them to their goal.
Yep.
So then I got promoted, that was great. And then I got recruited to a roofing company. And believe it or not, I traveled the country for about 8.5 months, knocking on doors after hailstorms, selling roofing, and my negotiation skills with insurance adjusters after people's homes got obliterated.
Wow, I didn't know this background.
You ever heard of hailstorm chasing?
No.
Wild industry. I remember I knew nothing about roofs. I'm the least handy person in the world. I can't hang a picture. My wife can't stand me for it. But here I am learning about roofs, knocking on doors. And I started in Schaumburg, Illinois. I was in Henderson, Tennessee, Omaha, Nebraska, Overland Park, Kansas. We'd follow the swaths, see where a storm hit, go to the neighborhood, see the damage, knock on the doors. Hey, I bet your roof is damaged. Let me go do an assessment for you, document the damage. If it's enough to get it replaced by the insurance company, I'll take care of it for you. Ended up becoming the #1 salesperson in 3 months, got promoted to national sales manager, grew a team of 28 salespeople throughout the country, trained them, and then my girlfriend at the time, now wife, said, "You've been gone for 8 months. If you don't come home,
it's over."
I'm not. Yeah.
Well, hey, you know what? That was a blessing.
Huge.
I mean, she did you a favor there. But so okay, insurance, gym memberships. Then it was medical sales.
Then medical device.
Okay, tell about that for a minute, and then we'll get into real estate.
Then we'll get it. So med device. I started out with a company doing surgical instruments, laparoscopic instruments, sterile containers. That was a great first step for me. I was a support role. I had a rep I was supporting, but I was getting in the hospitals, meeting the people, learning it, and then I got promoted, joined a new company. And what I found with this new company and how it relates to real estate is we had no footprint. It was a startup, a brand new technology. It was called Novidac was the company. It was perfusion assessment for oncologic cancer patients. And there was an account up at UVM Medical Center. We had nothing there. And they said, go get business there. So what did I do?
You went.
I didn't call. I didn't email. I held open houses. I went to the hospital at 5 a.m. I left my house at 3 a.m. every Monday. I'd stay overnight until Friday, and I'd be in the hospital by 5 a.m. every day in the surgeon OR break room. And I would just do my work and talk to everyone who walked by. Hey, I'm Jason with Novidac, blah, blah, blah. Took about probably 40 days. Talked to the right people, got invited to cases. They let me trial what I had. Fast forward about a year, we got over $6 million of sales into this account, all of our disposables, and then grew to New Hampshire, to northern Maine, to Bangor, and to the Berkshires at Berkshire Medical Center.
Well, look at that.
Open houses.
A couple takeaways that I get, folks, is unconventional sales tactics, but really pretty basic tactics that most people aren't doing.
Yeah.
You know, when you made the comment, sales is energy. You guys have been watching my videos, many of you, for many years. That's 100% truth. And, you know, there's no such thing. There's no reason to be a slimy salesperson, as he was just saying. But he did things differently. When he was at the gym, he sold a lifestyle. He sold a feeling better overall, not just that membership, hey, X per month. Remember, human beings, folks, are attracted to the expense. Very few human beings are attracted to, well, what do I get for it? I tell a story years ago, I don't know if you ever saw the video, he probably did, about when we were choosing CRMs. We picked the most expensive CRM, Salesforce, to build our own system on their cloud. And when I look back in the time capsule, I'm like, holy shit. We picked the most expensive system, and numerically it didn't make sense then, but I knew I wanted to get the best value. That's what I was concerned about. Now, let's get to real estate, because you come into real estate, you're managing essentially a team model, another company.
Yep.
At the time, how many agents, how many sales?
So when I joined the company, 4 agents. The whole company did 112 sales the first year I was there, but the team leader did 110 of them.
Yep. So other people weren't producing.
Correct. Yeah, yeah. And in my 3rd month, we actually blew it up. Everyone left, and we started fresh. Yeah. And you know, my thing, I didn't know real estate. I had sold a house, bought 2 houses, but I had never been in real estate. And so I got my license very quickly. And what I was able to bring to the table was simply basic sales skills, connecting with people, personality types, overcoming objections, getting on the phone, being confident, and just doing the work, as you know all about, just making more touches. And ended up growing the company from 0 agents, 4 to 0, up to 117 agents, doing over $500 million a year at our best year, and almost 1,000 sales.
Okay, and I was watching this from afar, knowing that he was the one doing it, and I was impressed by it. But as I said, we had some competitive spirit on both sides going on. But this is also a lesson in put your pride aside sometimes. When he called me that day, when you called me that day a couple months ago, hey, there was putting pride aside on both sides. We're both clearly very alpha males. And I saw that he called, and I remember I said, to what do I owe this pleasure?
Best opening of all time to a phone call.
Yeah, literally. I didn't say hello.
It was like
to what do I owe this
7:30
pleasure? And that was the nicest I was for about 4 minutes. But then he explained a couple things. I explained a couple things. And little by little, we put our alpha aside and we start talking, right? And look where we are here today. Now this guy's going to make a big impact in our organization here that he's a part of now. He's going to be a big part of. And I'm excited about that. And, you know, I see the videos you're doing. I see the information you're putting out. You're putting out content. I always say when you educate, you attract. Heck, you've been ripping off more videos lately than I have. And that's what gave me the idea. I said, I got to get this guy on Crush It in Real Estate because I want you, the audience members, to always get as much value as you possibly can from Crush It in Real Estate. We're filming this right now on a Thursday morning in the middle of July. And today we have 15 team leaders and broker owners, or maybe it's 14, coming to Boston, along with their guests, 1 or 2 guests, to our brokerage and team leader event. And Jason's going to meet several of them. And this isn't a cheap ticket. You saw it, $10,000 a head. But we show our playbook. And people are coming from all over the country to see that. Why are they doing that? They're not coming to see my face. They're coming because when you educate, you attract folks. And all of you need to think about that in your businesses, whether you are in the real estate space, which is the majority of the viewership, the mortgage space, insurance, title, I don't care. Think about how you can educate in an unordinary way, how you can create relationships in an unordinary way. Now, last subject, and this is not, I'm not asking for any praise here, but you were doing things one way at another company. A lot of what you're doing, you're going to be able to apply here, but you've learned some new things since coming here. I've already been quoted as saying, Jason reminds me of me 15 years ago, 10 to 15 years ago. I'm a little older than him, but what, 8 years older
8
than
years.
you?
Not much.
So you're my brother's age, but there have been some observations that you've had. I suspect, we've never talked about this, but we're going to do it on camera. I suspect you had some preconceived notions coming in that turned out to be different. Take the floor.
Well, I think, so the one thing that I saw for itself that I didn't expect to be different was the leadership here, right? And not just Anthony, this isn't all about him. The leadership with Anthony, with Dave, with Sarah, with Jackie. I mean, the way that everyone supports everyone is phenomenal. I truly mean that because coming from a smaller company, and this isn't to speak negatively at all, it's different, right? It was a company where we did a phenomenal job generating leads. We did a phenomenal job training agents, but it kind of stopped there. And here, what I've noticed is everyone on leadership is completely aligned with the vision of where the company is going, but also the vision of guiding agents to their success. Of everyone is so focused on helping agents be successful, and that's why you guys retain. And it's funny because before coming here, I'd always look at the size of the roster and be like, they're gonna lose at some point. Like there's gotta be a point that something changes. And
he was hoping we would lose people.
I was trying to take them. Yeah. But the retention is there, not because of splits, not because of the candy jars in the offices, which you gotta get rid of because I'm gaining weight already.
They're good.
It's terrible.
There's 20 feet that way, there's a candy jar.
I hammered them all day yesterday. But it's that agents are truly helped to accomplish their goals in their way. And that's amazing. What I was surprised by was for how big and how successful the company is, how hands-off you are. Like you're involved in everything, but you're like, guys, I know you're great, go do it. And I respect that immensely because to see a leader who is focusing his time on things that only he can do, I think is what's allowed you guys to grow so much.
Oh, of course, because listen, I am a visionary, right? I'm the creator, I'm the founder, but I cannot be the visionary and the executor. You know, if you read the, what system is that? Rocket Fuel, great book. You know, that whole system they have.
EOS,
yeah. EOS. I'm the visionary. Jackie's the implementer, really the chief implementer. But you've noticed we have several implementers under her.
Yep.
And you know, I've learned over the years, I wasn't always like this, that I have to explain my vision, explain my direction, and then let them run with it. Might they do a detail or two that I would have did a little differently? Yeah, but sometimes those details or two, they're doing better.
Yep.
And the truth is, as the years go on, they get better at those things, just like you're going to be better. And with some stuff, you already are better. I mean, I was joking about you pointing out the clauses library in the dot loop system. One day we're in a meeting, and all of our people turned their head. What? The what? And he pointed out, now that's a tiny thing. That's not even a sales item, but it shows when you bring great people together, good comes out of it, and the good spreads around. And I think that's really important. And I commend you greatly for putting your pride aside and calling me that morning. And I was close to staying with pride and being bullheaded. And I
would have called you again.
I know you would have, but I didn't want to be that way. I didn't want to purposely make him reach out again and again. But I actually brought in one of our senior executives that's been with me a long time, Mike, and said, I want you to interview him. I've got too many preconceived notions in my head, too much competitive juice flowing to do this with good judgment. I knew I did. I knew Jackie did. We bring Mike in. Mike calls me. He goes, dude, what are we doing here? Why are we wasting any time? This guy will be phenomenal with us. And the rest is history. So I just want to say you're going to be seeing him doing Crush It in Real Estate videos on his own, some with me on occasion, but you'll be seeing that in the weeks and in the months to come. And that's all, sir. Appreciate you. Appreciate having you here. Thank you very much. I think it's going to be wonderful. And that's all, folks. Thank you.